I really need to learn not to be a fucking dumbass. You guys there? I really hope all of you guys did not see any of my information. And if you did, it was short-lived. Bro, why does Discord keep crashing? What the fuck? Why is Discord crashing so much? There we go. Oh.
After all this craziness, it's a massive airship, and it's awesome. I heard it's never shown to the public. Only VIP guests of the family get to board it and enjoy. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs, fruit baskets, plus this fancy button model. After you're back on your feet, you can enjoy them all. We are pretty much celebrities on the planet of festivities now, aren't we?
Okay.
The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. The family's official now, all the major lineages, except... Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged into this sweet dream. I felt a cold tentacle diving into my memories. But something else was
I like
there.
tentacles.
And then...
That's because they're on my hair.
Face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Sunday didn't seriously believe that was the life I wanted, right? Breaking free from that cheesy illusion was... Yeah, let's go. We've got some time before we board the ship, so let's catch up with everyone at Dream Jolt Hostelry.
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say fond of it. Just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin.
That's totally Kafka.
She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or...
Do you like my emotes? I'm glad.
You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oat cake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
It's always interesting. Oh, Topaz! She gets more in the story!
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director. I've asked around. This airship, named the Radiant Feldspar, belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
Okay, I want to see something. I need to see something. I need to see something. This is bothering me. This is bothering me. Cannot view detailed information. So I'm gonna go to data characters. Let me find you. So she's always had that ring, but I've never noticed it. Okay. Buddy, get up. Oh my. Oh my.
Important figures have arrived yet. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around. Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Numby! There.
I love Numby. Damn, he's useful.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Feldspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested...
Bro, imagine saying that name back to back to back.
And it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Feldspar has been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire...
Like, look. The Radiant Feldspar is owned by Mr. Audie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa.
Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Feldspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival, originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater, had to be temporarily postponed. So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Feldspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye.
The hay?
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode." Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just...
What will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please,
Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just... In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stonehearts, I need you to be at your best. Especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence
So I've been
of harmony
noticing this. I think
hasn't
she has like
completely permeated the court, personal desires will
very
always have their way.
a lipstick
Thankfully,
matching her hair,
influential
like
figures
this
in
color,
Penacony haven't
but
entirely suppressed
more
their own desires.
matte because her lips aren't as pronounced because they don't have like a bright color, and they look like she's sickly because of the color of lipstick they use to like match her hair, I guess, her hair color. But like her lips look so sickly.
It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony.
Yeah,
We
right there.
consider only the succession order. He's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess.
But that's my
where
point.
every
They look
move
so
needs to be
sickly.
carefully thought out.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation. Listen, test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment
Yeah,
Department.
she doesn't have
Time to
lipstick.
get to work. Let's prepare ourselves.
But
and meet the esteemed supporting
it's skin
act.
color, and this is
Remember, our goal is to create
sickly
an opportunity
lip
for the
color.
IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
Like, look. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Like, she has no lip color. Like, human lip color. That's a better color. No lipstick color. That's a better thing I should call it. Okay, guys. So, I'm gonna put some ads on before we start. I feel like it's gonna be long. And I would rather make you guys able to watch more through it, I suppose, than not. Okay. We're gonna go back.
Welcome
That's
aboard
Otter?
my ship,
Wow.
the Radiant Feldspar. Smart and charming ladies. Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation.
He's gonna become playable eventually, I think. You think so? I like it. He's a little bit on the pricier side, but that's who I got. Honestly, you could probably find some people on VGen, and if you want me to find someone for you, I can. And find them on the cheaper side, but it's still good if you want. Up to you. I can help later if you want. But he has too much of a unique design to not at least be a 4-star later on.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odie Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees. After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss, yes?
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
Interesting, Topaz.
You use the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight.
Okay, I really like her
And
eyes,
that
okay?
Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene. Every move we make will be scrutinized.
They look
by
like a
trained
very
experts.
tired, lazy, dommy thing combined all at once. I don't know how to describe it. But they're not as dommy, but they're more tired at the same time. I don't know. Auntie, yes.
Now I'm convinced
But not
that you've
Tommy.
indeed familiarize yourself with my biography.
Yes, exhaustively sleepy.
So, about your next move. Please consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
Oh, that Dear Ladies was on. Back to us. Welcome back, Milk. I mean, getting Milk. Too tired.
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy
Yes, you're
eyes
saying Milk
and
now.
the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already. He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of glory of the Trailblaze to all of you. What are you talking about? This is my lounge. It's good to see you all again.
She has a
Although we
halo.
might be
I
saying
never
goodbye
noticed that.
again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and to the nameless resting in peace. And to Gallagher. Ready to mix your drink? I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since our last meeting at the lounge. Come to think of it, we used to discuss everything here. But every time he'd leave, I'd realize I have a hunch. Perhaps he's already fulfilled his wishes and won't be coming back. Before we start, would you like to talk? All right, as you... I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Which... Drowning Sweetness. One of the most challenging drinks to make. A slight imbalance in the ingredients can result in an overwhelmingly viscous, sweet taste. However, with the right ratios, you get a uniquely sweet drink with a lingering aftertaste. Not a bad choice. Let's start mixing.
Hell yeah. Give me this. Oh, mini wine glass? Fuck. Dream jam. Sweet milk. Origami bird and bone. Spirit of freedom and will spread far and wide among stars. Its legacy will be more timeless than a pastoral song.
Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure to past events at this lounge, there's no better way than mixing a drink. Blend all your memories and emotions together and stir them well. Through the filter of time, what remains in the glass is something to savor. Well, it's done. Here's to the nameless resting in peace, and to my friend Gallagher. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars, and its legacy will be more timeless than a pastoral song. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered here. And one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers.
She's hiding secrets from us. I appreciate this.
Oh, are you leaving? Well, then take this with you. I've mixed more of this last special drink for you. The past shouldn't be forgotten. So I hope it...
Thank you. I'm sure
Go,
it'll leave
what?
a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. I know his tastes, and he'll be thrilled. Then, I guess you won't be seeing him. Alright, enough with the heavy stuff. You guys have important things to take care of. So let's not... Whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony, there's still a long journey ahead. So let's lift our spirits, guys, and embark towards our tomorrows.
Old Odie is a tricky opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Penacony.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odie Alfalfa he is today. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight. What about the phone call I asked you to make, Topaz?
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top quality asset within the cosmos. With good credit, lucrative potential, and promising prospects.
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is, this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Aventurine. But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as
Let me see it.
precious as life itself to finish this gamble. Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip in negotiations. And that's why I'm willing to stake my topaz stone to cover for you. It's like one big elaborate game of chess. Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
She's caring too.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar.
Okay, guys, I'm just around. Oh, she uses a whip. But has snakes. Snake scales. Interesting.
There's a good child. Do as you're told.
Alex, shut up. Don't say that. Don't be weird about it. Don't be weird about it, Alex.
Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here making some preparations. How about you? Have you spoken with Mr. Alfalfa?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now. Do you know him well, Miss Robin?
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from the former head of the Oak family. Mr. Alfalfa is respectable when it comes to business, but in other respects, I can't say the same.
Yeah.
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth, just like the Radiant Feldspar resumed its voyage. The Harmony needs a new direction. Only by bidding farewell to the past can we actually sail into the future. There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies. So let's both take what we need from this deal.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance. See you at the festival.
See you later, Miss Jade.
Ooh. Or Boris. I think that's what it is. Okay. We're gonna do another ad just to get some more time in. I would rather make sure people see the story than not see the story, you know?
Looks like this collateral won't be returned. Looks like this collateral won't be returned.
Interesting. I know you have other emotes. Show me. Steve, she has red lipstick. Why don't you wear it?
This collateral won't be returned.
She looks more human, I guess, when looking at it. But she has snake eyes. Special friends. Papa.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa. Let's continue our discussion.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade? But where is Miss Topaz?
Topaz says something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later. Talks can still continue between the two of us.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right? Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market.
Oh my god, Alex.
10 amber eras.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Interesting. Indeed.
Night.
You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us. The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death. Care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours? With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Penacony, I assure you, it won't be too hard.
You really think you can pull that off?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IPC can assist Penacony with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares.
Oh no, not business talk.
Support, stabilizing and rebuilding Penacony will be a piece of cake.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more in the future?
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent. You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't the whole purpose of this elaborate game to showcase your business acumen and seek more benefits for the family? It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Penacony go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers. I understand your concern, and I have a solution for that, too.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. As the head of the Alfalfa family, I don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer. However, as their chosen one, I still need one final answer.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Ember Era, about the ascension of Shipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency among the stars. The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value. With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system. By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
And then the IPC will be able to exert influence over everything.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation, so I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. Now you've convinced me.
I'm lost.
All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table. Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himeko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himeko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the dreams.
Bro, they're getting into too much business talk.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
Good. We don't have to listen to all of it. I didn't look up a guide. I totally 100% didn't, guys. I didn't look up a guide. Nope. Why would I look up a guide?
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled.
They will soon realize the situation. When old Odie answered the last question, he represented more than just—
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangement.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and take—
But Miss Jade, this is—
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue.
No.
I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely.
I played it before and I got frustrated.
Of course, there won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good word for you, and you'll have your P-45 position back in no time. Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done, it's time.
You want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
Interesting.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you...
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from a lady concerned with the future of the Harmony. In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Pentecost. You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. They only need a little bit of nourishment to take root. And then after, all we need to do, like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
I don't like her.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship?
Not yet.
I'll find out for myself if the rumors are true or not.
Okay, guys, let's check her out. Okay, this is Sword in the trailer. What the fuck? We just plunge. Okay. Sorry, it's entertaining. I kind of just want to break my record just so I can just so I can do that over and over and over again. It'd be fun.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious. Is that him? Huh. Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too.
By the way, There's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Penacony. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers, special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device. Please feel free to check it out.
She set it up that quickly?
Bonajade.
Goddamn.
I think I've heard that name somewhere before.
She banned.
Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. I wonder how things turned out for her.
I guess so. I want to get that damn chest. Why is everyone there?
Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel? And what are you willing to give up in return?
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Everything you have?
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. I'll help you understand. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of...
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a money lender rather than the owner of a pawn shop.
She is.
Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
We're all scary guys.
See what she says and see what happens.
You know what? I'm gonna go back down there and get that damn fucking chest. Because every time I go in there, the person's over there, and I want that damn chest. Oh, it's fucking closed, bitch. Leo! Hey. I got a nap in. Yeah, I did. This puzzle doesn't look easier. I was hoping it would be easier. Hydrate. This one was easier. It was just longer. I know. I didn't have to actually use a guide for that one.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
You stupid.
Enough talk. This will be our final game. I'm betting my entire.
Oh, a big talker, huh?
What? Arrogant Gambler and Stacy? Why does it sound so chirpy? Yeah, it's inedible.
This can't be. You lost it.
It's true, Lady Bonajade. Finally, my luck has turned for the better. Great.
Okay. Don't gamble, guys. They're both gamblers.
Prepared a gift.
Whoa! What a beautiful necklace! How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane? It has the same purple hue as the necklace my dad gave my mom. I've never told anyone.
So... Well...
I did drink it.
Will you go out with me?
I will.
Really? I mean, really?
I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. But this gift made me realize you were Apple.
Wonderful. So, shall we go, Dorothy? Let's go on.
Yeah, let's go.
I did put a limit. There is a limit.
Hey, did you see that? The gray-haired one outside. Don't look around, just focus seriously. They look like a toy.
Is that him?
Why is my character standing there? What the fuck, bro?
Chirp, chirp. Origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
What the fuck, bro?
Come on. Calm down already.
No, it's not the best time to. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah, you heard right. I've got him. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. And he even poses I made a deal with the family. We'll leave the extradition-related paperwork to you. How'd I find him? Well, this 22 years. Yeah. 22 years of chasing this guy all over the coast. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner.
All of their wishes actually did come true. But I just don't understand. How did she do it? And what does pawn really mean? I should go back and ask.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. I found those people. And it seems their wishes did come true after visiting the Bonajade Exchange. But I'm not sure what you want me to see. They all seem to be living fulfilled lives.
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade Exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. And now, I'll tell you the price they paid. Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy, and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his entire fortune in exchange for a gift that would impress Dorothy. It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Whether he can bounce back from poverty, well, that depends on him. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling. Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her close relationships. From the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade Exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her, and it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again. She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck, but she'll never be able to use it for the people who truly matter to her. As for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. But he never caught the guy. In his desperation, he came to me. He offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased, and he will completely forget his own identity and all the sacrifices he has made. Interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors, and soon they come back to me with even greater desires. When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems like an endless cycle, but it does have a goal. In the end, I will get what I desire from this whirlpool. And patience happens to be one of my greatest strengths. So now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Samuel? Or should I address you as AR-26710, a remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry?
I'm not surprised.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans, so there wasn't really a price to be paid. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence, but with the Firmament Front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining. That's all I can say for now.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning. So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners. A nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron Hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other.
Okay, guys, so I'm very confused on what the conversation is going on. Don't worry, Leo. I will be choosing you in the Otami if you tell me the damn game. And if it's a game you showed me before, I've been waiting for it to come out, but it's not. So, yeah. So if you guys see me moving my head a lot, it's me, just doing neck exercises because I'm trying to fix, gamer neck. I have a really bad gamer neck. It's getting worse, and it's, like, affecting, it's hurting my neck. And I can tell it's really, really bad. I want to try to straighten my neck back out. Probably need to see like an official chiropractor and see what they can do, if anything, and all that. But my neck hurts often. I know, and I gotta figure out some better like neck exercises, cause my neck really hurts. Sometimes it's getting worse. My gamer neck has gotten a lot worse. And I really need to fix it quickly. I wish it was that simple, but it's really bad, and I don't know how to show how bad it is. But let's just say, basically, my neck is literally not aligned with my spine anymore, basically, because of how curved my neck is. Let me see. Gamer neck. Oh yeah, it's getting definitely worse. I don't want to do exercise, I just want to do like simple neck exercises just to fix my neck up, honestly. I might ask a friend to help me do some research, because I'm not good at researching. But I do need to figure out how to get this fixed before it gets really, really bad. Or like any worse than it is. Because right now it's hurting. And I don't like it. And if it gets worse, I may not be able to stream as much, you know? So if I can fix it. That's why I said I want to do just neck exercises. I know. But in order... I need to fix my neck. And I enjoy streaming. So even if I'm not streaming, I gotta find a way to fix my neck. And I'll probably ask a friend of mine to help me figure shit out. Because it's really bad. Anyways. Ad ended.
Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, you follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron hunters are like you. Traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction. I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop. I'll be waiting patiently for that day.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron hunters while keeping the IPC in the dark?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
The Stellaron hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. As for your offer, I can pass it along to my partners. But I have a question. You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Purepoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk and extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond, even if it could lead to your downfall?
Simply put, you and I are the same. However, unlike you Stellaron hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want. Each of us has our own past and destined ends, and on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond to join him.
So, we're gonna see this character later on, this character later on, and this character later on, and probably this character. So, these three, I don't think this one and this one, because they're not as clear, but these two silhouettes we're definitely gonna see later on. These two we're definitely gonna see later. And you know that because their silhouettes are more pronounced and structured, I guess. Guys, can we focus on the story? Please? Guys? Like, I'm talking about the story, and then you two are chatting, and then I straight up feel like I'm being ignored. In my own stream. Did you guys even hear what I said about the silhouettes? Yeah. These two, this is Topaz, this is Aventurine, and this is Jade.
This journey could be either brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts that can only be filled from the outside. So, Diamond made us a promise to divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces
and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that void. Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion. So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath. It's our collateral in exchange for opportunities, wealth, survival, and a future. And whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when the war among the eons eventually comes.
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire. My last attempt in Penacony. Well, it ends with hope.
Lady Bonajade? I've come to deliver the collaterals promised.
Turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smoother than expected, with little debate. Oh, the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony is starting soon. I should head down and take a look. This airship has quite a few treasures. A bountiful harvest.
Boot Hill Adventuring.
Remember, I can take you out with just one shot whenever
Oh, that'd be my honor. Look who's here. The great hero
Adventuring.
the most dazzling trailblazer in all of Penacony.
Oh, you're here too. Long time no see, friend.
Yeah, he's a hologram.
This fella is also tracking down that son of a gun. What's that saying again? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, partner. Don't want to spoil the festive mood of the Charmony Festival.
Yep, that is.
Now let's congratulate Mr. Trailblazer. I hear the family.
Look, he's made of steel. Abs of steel, man.
It's a real pity I can't personally be there to witness this. Well, my job was just to give the IPC an opening. Other things aside, I think I did a pretty good job at achieving this. While you were at Dreamflux Reef, we were actually close by. You wouldn't have been able to dig up so much dirty information without the help of a nodule. But that emanator didn't pull any punches. My body couldn't hold out too long.
Forget it. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I've got a score to settle with a high-ranking executive fella named Oswaldo Schneider.
The feud between the Marketing Development Department and the Strategic Investment Department is well known across the cosmos. Looks like things are about...
No problem. Punishing the wicked and eradicating evil is a top priority. Making an entrance like that, us Galaxy Rangers are making a comeback. Reckon you'll meet quite a few followers of the hunt on your journey. Thank you. And
I'll pass. But I do hope you
Of course. Dr. Ratio. You're huge.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Your performance at Herta's space station. No wonder that gambler likes you so much. This individual is my responsibility during the trip. Nothing more than an errand from the Office of Academic Affairs. Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage of this unique opportunity. The blend of work and play is essential for superior knowledge.
How do you
The
rate adventure?
executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from my perspective, I am invariably the teacher, and he, along with you and every other individual, is the student. From this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you call an ideal student. Yet, he's also not utterly obtuse. Alas, the void within him can never be filled by talent and knowledge. Let's hope he doesn't turn into a philosophical zombie. Saying such a thing merely indicates that you have not truly... The principle of balancing work and relaxation is scientifically grounded, with the relevant proof process detailed on page 21 of the 31,467th issue of the academic journal Star Caesar. Acquiring knowledge aims to enhance living. Don't invert priority. Then you'll...
Yeah, it is.
Well, if it isn't my old friend. It hasn't been long, and yet, here we are again. How are you? So direct. Thinking about it, though, the lives of the Nameless are so excessively exciting. I heard you guys pulled off a big stunt, cutting down the Oak family in one fell swoop. If one day you're tired and looking for a change in work environment, or you want a desk job, just contact me. Look how bustling this ship is. Not bad. Someday when I'm less tied up,
Got scolded in Overwatch? By who?
transform? What are you saying? Oh, I understand now. You're referring to Aventurine's cornerstone, right? Sorry. Compared to him, my ability is not as visual.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Guess there is no harm telling you. The abilities of the 10 Stonehearts as cornerstones are all different. Some can even read your thoughts.
You learned them?
Your
I'm glad.
desires. Now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she did in Belobog.
What services do you require?
It is.
Hey there, lively guy. Welcome to the Bonnet Jade. What should I call you? What a unique name. So, mister, what do you wish?
Making a nuke? I want to be the CEO.
Oh, this is your wish. Sounds simple enough. Very pragmatic. I wouldn't be too worried. To fulfill this wish, the thing I need is simple. Well, it's a two-legged animal with black fur, a round head, and long ears. It's omnivorous and is prone to moods. Bring its tail to me as collateral, and your dream. May fate bring us together again, Mr. Trailblazer.
The joke was it's pom-pom. Yeah, doing the moving head side to side hurts. Which means you know you got really bad everything. And looking down, gosh, that really hurts. Argentine, what are you doing here, buddy? His voice is still not in the game. God damn it. Did they ever fix? Voice up. Yeah. There we go. We got it. Where's WoW Quest? I did it.
That's all.
I didn't know we had a car.
the festival hasn't started. Let's take a quick...
Hi! We meeting?
Who's that?
It's really you! I knew I didn't get the wrong person. Yes, it's just... I didn't get the chance to say hello. There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Do you
Yes.
want to chat? Two murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors, the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who wishes to replace an Eon-created paradise with a dream. You guys even ended up shattering the dream. It's truly been quite a vacation. It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. Congratulations! After the Charmony Festival's opening, will you guys be leaving again? There will always be somewhere. After all, you guys are on the path of the Trailblaze. Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, Elio told me that this journey will tell me how to live on. That's all he said. As for the rest, it's up to me to find it, so I'll pay extra attention to any leads that will let me live on. Yes, initially I thought the answer might lie with the riddle of the Watchmaker. Do you know Miss Jade from the IPC Strategic Investment Department? Bonna Jade Exchange. She told me her price. I know. But what she wanted wasn't my answer either. Of course, I want to live on. But what fate owes me, I want it paid back, not passed on. No one else should be involved because this is a grudge. Speaking of which, actually, I feel that I still owe you a formal apology. Even the smallest of lies can turn into a betrayal as sharp as a blade. Yes, and for that...
Yeah, I don't like being lied to.
To me, hiding is much easier than being honest. Yet, I still want to try expressing my emotions as any ordinary person would.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremonies!
I can't believe they've chased me this far. Looks like we have to say our goodbyes. Don't worry about me, just go and enjoy the ceremony. The script hasn't reached its end yet. We will meet again.
I hope she's okay. But if it's... I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's take a seat here. Everything is settled. But there's still some time left. Forget it. I've done enough walking around already. Looks like I don't have to worry about her. Let's...
It's Miss Robin! Hey! Hey, Miss Robin!
Hey, Miss Robin!
Over here, Miss Robin! Miss Robin! Miss Robin!
Miss Robin!
Distinguished guests, fellow family members, ladies, gentlemen,
no.
and friends from all over the cosmos.
It shows how the real life.
To join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, on behalf of the Penacony family's 5 major lineages, and on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests. As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, this celebration is unprecedented in scale, with factions from across the cosmos in attendance. Not only that, the customary opening ceremony held at the Penacony Grand Theater has now moved to the Radiant Feldspar, the very airship you all stand upon. We invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for OT Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family, for his selfless devotion to the Harmony's cause. What makes this festival
We're on Honkai Star Rail, not Nintendo.
widely known. The Radiant Feldspar had to halt its voyage due to an anomaly in the Sweet Dream, sparking widespread discussion in the 12 hours. Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the Dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And as they say,
And I think we're getting to a cutscene soon, so we'll talk about it after cutscene.
celebrates this achievement.
Deal?
It also marks the relaunch of the Radiant Feldspar. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the family has poured their efforts into this festival just to commemorate this legendary luminary. The father of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legwork, one of the legendary Nameless who laid the foundations of Penacony. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It was also they who led the vanguard in the pioneering of the Dreamscape, in exchange for what is now known as the Paradise of Harmony. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony to a broader audience.
Aw, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us. That's right. Unparalleled.
And now, the Sweet Dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. If it weren't for everyone on the Astral Express, we wouldn't be able to successfully host this Charmony Festival. Thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace. Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Nameless! Nameless! Nameless!
We got a big ass ship now,
I propose a toast.
and we already have the.
To the Trailblaze. To the future of Penacony and the universe. And to the generous Alfalfa family head, Mr. O.T. Alfalfa. Cheers! Cheers!
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well that ends well. Right. But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands?
Sparkles.
There's still so many bombs. Now's not the time for plot twists. I can't handle this alone. Time to create a group and... All set. Let's start.
You've finally arrived, oh great gray-haired little one. I'm the constable around these parts, and this is called foreshadowing. All right, now that you've found me, it's my turn to complete my mission. Next, 5, 4, 1. Is it really that important? I'm not even a real law. Was it surprising, shocking, horrifying? No. Really?
For English or Japanese?
At least I made some progress. Gotta keep...
What do you, Cinder, what do you mean? Shut up. I did.
It completely. I need your help. The first case is the soul book. The second case is. Those are all the details. I trust in your deduction. Correct answer. Seeing as you put in so much effort, I'll throw you a bone. The bomb's not here. This isn't new. Hello, lovely actor. You can call me the director doll. If you didn't know, I'm the one who directed the entire farce in Penacony. As the leading man, well, actually, due to the current plot requirements, you're only allowed to say one line. So, Simon, who's that? Since you're done asking questions and I'm done answering, according to the script, I must reveal to you the fact that there's no. But don't fret. I've also prepared a gift for you. A dream bubble that has the thrilling life and death moments. Hello, I'm a bomb. There's still some time. Diffuse? No problem. Now playing Never Give Up, Never Surrender.
Never gonna give you up.
From the Epsilon 12 system. Oh, hang on. Penacony's family have not purchased the rights to this song. We can't use it here. How about this? I'll recite. Oh, aha! If you ask me how I feel about you, they will never give you up. Never make you sad. They will never give you up. Never. They will never say goodbye to you. Never. They will never say goodbye to you. Never tell lies to hurt you. Praise. Aha!
Yeah, there is literally a line
Not much time left.
in the data bank where you get rickrolled.
Is that Firefly?
28 minutes, 46 seconds. 28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here. Looks like she also sent you a message. Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over half an hour.
27 minutes, 51 seconds.
The Sweet Dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. Apart from its creator, I fear... You mean the Watchmaker's guests? That's a pity. The Memo Keeper may be able to teleport the bomb to a deserted location, but...
Warning, Mematic viruses planted, Mematic, particularly Memo Keepers, especially Black Swan, are advised to stay clear. Otherwise, exposed individuals face a 72.36 chance of turning into a banana. P.S. she means bananas is true.
I don't know what grudges they have, but this path is a dead end, too. Actually, do you still remember? The script said, I think this moment. You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to enter dreams instead. This allows, as long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the dream, and I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape, as deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending.
I think it's turning all of us into
I
bananas.
have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. She said that at the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible. But are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities hasn't arrived yet. Whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. Yet I can still make myriad choices. I also firmly believe that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts. It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny. The Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today.
Since things are going too well, let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't
don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
Interesting. Interesting. I'm more interested in Acheron's at the grave than the ending. The ending? I think they ended it well. But not well at the same time.
I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, the Nameless, those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. But it seems, in the
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars, the first glimmer of light in the prolonged night, often illuminate. But because of this, people will remember. As long as something shines in the night sky, then when the first star falls. Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina Jane Estella, we raise a toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passion.
that statue.
Looks like this is the last riddle. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity. Or
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. Either way, at least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land. Gallagher, we raise a toast to you, to the festival's invitation. If we ever meet again,
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we are only now bidding you farewell.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted. Allow me, as the representative of Dreamflux Reef, to make another toast to all the nameless.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Though the order has faded, there must be someone to watch over this primal memory zone. Penacony's nights are long, and there are many who are still far from a good night's sleep. As for the sweet dream over there, we're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika and residents of Dreamflux, to your tenacity throughout time.
In the end, this trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going just like a clock's hands that turn round and round, the start and end of each day will always land on 12 o'clock. The advent of time moving forward. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you. And then, a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, Watchmaker of the Land of the Dreams, nameless of the astral to Penacony's past, present, future.
With that, our duty is
The trailblaze can illuminate the way. But
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few
Why not talk about it? Maybe...
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosal, they were also young once. Stumbling and fumbling around just like us. Getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions. But those things are all in the past. Yeah. Maybe that's the precise thing I can't let go of. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets.
I don't understand the ending of what March is trying to say.
Of their lives, we see these people as special. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, but what if when Mr. Mikhail sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could... Then, what is this regret we feel?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very question. The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos, the average person's lifelong journey is merely... But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross, and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the silver rail. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. Mikhail has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this story, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after.
It's not the answer that's important.
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day we'll all have to face our...
But before that, we still have a lot.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing destination.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye
Guys, it's going on too long. It's too long. I'll be polite and say my goodbye to Akron. I'm not gonna make my character an asshole. Even if I really don't wanna.
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Ah. In that case, because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away, blurring my past. And after our That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. The ocean of stars is vast. And given our but the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknown. Come to think of it, simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago. And the whole world was in order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction. I went on a journey, in search of a way to sever the chains of the Nihility. After a long and grueling search, I am convinced that my destination lies within the depths of the dark web, where reality and the Nihility. In there lurks a secret called Device 9. One day, we both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead. Hopefully, if we meet again.
Guys, I think we could end soon. I think this is one of the shorter updates, I guess, in this game.
There. Chin up, Pump.
Wow. Your method of consolation.
Still better than just standing there like a scare. Oh, hey, you're finally back. We told Pom Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started crying. The conductor, Pom Pom, is just angry. You know better where the express stops. You lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. That's right. Pom Pom is just angry.
It's okay. Oh, Pom Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car?
But...
Let's go,
expected.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the Express, but one can surmise that the fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom Pom's emotions haven't become dulled by the grunt. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, well, they were a little emotional at the time, but since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board,
I see. No.
Turns out Pom-Pom's been silent.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, the Express will receive a constant flow of energy, much like a perpetual motion. But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? Well, how about we shove you back in the space station's computer then?
Wow!
Which also means that we must put.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the Ocean. As for which one we're headed to, that.
Or perhaps you might consider. Everyone, we meet again.
It's you! Why were you just...
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past every.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtained. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now...
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could...
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in... Have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be... Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail?
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivilli has never been to? Is that possible?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination.
A world that many across the universe don't even know. A world hidden away from outside observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the a world fettered by 3 paths. Its destiny, the eternal land, Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late, child.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Looks like my time's up.
What do you mean?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes. To offer you
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. If I told you, there was still a chance. I recognize the grab. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds. Sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their land.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
Guys. God damn it. God damn it! Chill! Oh! Fuck. Thank you. I think I'm about to end stream soon. Night, dude. Look at all these new songs I needed to add. Okay. Ugh. Let's see. Woo! No. The story... The only interesting parts about the story was, oh, there's a bomb. And then it got ruined that there's no bomb. And then... I thought it was interesting Acheron was saying goodbye. But us saying goodbye made sense, so it wasn't as interesting. And then, Black Swan saying, Black Swan, telling us where to go. So, basically, I don't know. I feel like it could have been better. And Sunday. I found it very interesting Sunday. I found that interesting. It did. If it did feel like that, it did. I agree with you there. Hey, Spook! We're just talking about my feelings towards the, after 2.3. 2.3 Honkai Star Rail was released tonight. So, we're talking about, basically on my feelings. Basically, we have concluded it is a between arc episodes. And, I feel like you're retiring already? Damn. I enjoy Honkai Star Rail's story, but if it's just gonna keep dragging on and on, that's fair. I think you should try. I don't know. But, so you don't mind if I spoil it then? So that's okay. There was a lot of the interesting things happen at the end of this. They made like the first half of this 2.3 discussing about business and all that, which is kind of not good because they should know that at least a lot of their vocal demographic is kids. So I don't understand why they talked about it. I hope you're enjoying your food. At least put an alarm this time. 2 alarms, okay, Spook? But I think you... What is it? Good. I'm glad. I know Honkai Star Rail can do better. I know they can. I know they could have ended it so much better. And I think they dragged the first half and did it not well. I understand it's an epilogue, so we wouldn't have any bosses, but I would rather... they dragged the first half a lot. And, I feel it's not even first half. It was like the majority. The majority, we were just focused on this damn fucking ship. And then the ending was like, what, 30 minutes? Not even. 20 minutes? And that was the most interesting part. I just don't know. I think what they should have done is, I understand they wanted an epilogue to end it nicely. I understand that. But they did it poorly. It was a lot of yapping. We already had a lot of yapping in 2.2. We're tired of the yapping. I know it's a story. I know it's story. But I don't want to sit here just having it on autoplay for 2 fucking hours. And the only times I don't have it on autoplay is just to walk or press a button of options. That is what I hate that they're doing. They're changing it from more of a combat and story focus to more story focused, like Genshin Impact. But I think they're even worse than Genshin Impact in that stance of they're focusing more on the story. So we do jack shit as combat or something else, or not as interactive. Like, the only interactive thing we did was play what? Bejewel or whatever? I don't either. Like, Cinder, you're with me when I play Final Fantasy XIV, right? You do combat and the story. Sometimes the story goes on a little too long, but eventually it gets combat. I feel like in 2.2 there was significantly less combat than 2.1. Yes. And I can't. If I want to recommend this, I'm gonna have to recommend this as a mainly story game. I'm gonna have to. And I would rather not. They just could have done it so much better. They've done good. They've done it in good ways. And I know they say, like, apparently the Lawfu is a joke, I guess. Because of... I don't know. I don't know why they say it's a joke. Bro, I might just put this playlist back on. I like it. I think they did better in Belobog or the Lawfu. In the Belobog and Lawfu, they did better because they implemented more combat. Penacony, I guess 2.0 is better in the sense there was a less like yapping, but we had combat. This is a JRPG. JRPGs, I think, are supposed to have story and combat. And I keep repeating this, it's because I don't know how else to say it. I just feel like they've done good. Honkai Star Rail team can do good. We've seen that they've been able to do good in the past. But in 2.2, we had very little combat. The main combat we had was fighting Aventurine. In 2.2, there was very little enemies for us to fight. There was very little places we could fight because a lot of it, there was hours and hours of just yapping. And I would say like 10% of 2.2 was allowing us to be able to fight and us fighting. I just don't... If they continue down this path, I'm not going to be able to recommend this game. I'm going to be able to recommend this game if you would just want to borderline watch a movie. If you want to watch a movie, we can put on some Honkai Star Rail. We can put Penacony on. Do you guys want to watch Penacony? That's basically what it feels like. I don't know, man. Why did they fuck it up? They were on a roll. They fucked it up. That's the worst part about all of this. They were on a roll. Apparently people didn't like the Lawfu. I mean, I don't know. It's just what I've heard. I don't know what's to hate about it, but whatever. But they fucked it up. And I think the only way they can get in... I think some people generally will leave after this patch. And I don't mean because I mean, of course they will, because it's the end of the story. But I mean, on top of the people who are leaving because the story of Penacony ended, people are gonna leave because the story is turning into a gap fest. Wawa, I've heard, basically up till the last part of Wawa in this current patch, it's not good. The story's not good, which is why I have not played it really that much. That is what I've heard, and as I've experienced it, I have not seen good story. The only good story was, Scar. And I mean, if we subtract the sexiness of him, still good story, okay? He gave a good story on that area, but the rest is so far has not been good in Wawa, and that is why I'm not playing it. I would add it to my schedule to like maybe play it a little bit, but the story feels like a drag to get through, and I don't want to go through that like trenches. But Honkai Star Rail, the story is good, but the Yap Fest is not. Which makes it feel like a different type of trenches I'm going through. Which is why I was starting to click through everything towards the end. Have a good one, Spooks. But if you notice, Cinder, if anyone else noticed, I just started clicking at the end. I'm like, fuck. I read it. I'm good. I kind of don't care if chat read it or can listen. So I just started clicking after I finished reading it. Bro, Spook, you're behind. How far behind are you? Which patch are you on? Are you in Penacony or are you in the Lafu? You must know if you're in the Lafu or Penacony at least. Yeah, so you're in Penacony. Okay. Yeah, that's Penacony. Land of Dreams. Yeah, you're in the current 2 point stuff. Like, you're in 2.0, 1, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. You're in one of those. Not 2.3, clearly. But I just don't... So in I think you should do the story just to get your Cellar Jades then. I don't even play Genshin at all anymore. I'm waiting for Netland. I do need to do the quest. I do need to do the quest for, what is it? Dansleaf? I just talked about my feelings on Wawa, okay? The story is a drag. The story's a drag for me right now. And I just can't do it. I can't. I'm going through trenches and I can't get through the trenches. I heard the last part of this current patch and the story gets better, but I don't want to go through 5 fucking acts just for it to get good. But I have played Genshin. I'm all caught up, mostly. I have not played most of the characters up from Navia and up, I have not played their character quest. I need to do the Dansleaf quest, and then we're waiting on Netlin. Honestly, I might go back to Genshin. I've heard, okay, so a lot of people who say that have not, are veterans in the game. So they have fixed it up. So the story is relatively the same, but they got rid of a bunch of quests. If you look up how many quests, let me look it up. How many quests were removed from AR? So, they have removed. They took about 13% of quests out from ARR. And ARR is a dredge to get through. It was good to me. Because I'm used to World of Warcraft. I moved from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy 14. So when I moved to 14, I'm like, wow, this is so good. There's an actual story. It's comprehensive. It was nice. I'm like, damn, there's a story. But, I don't know. If it's your first MMO, it's alright. If you just want to play it just to play it, that's fine. There's a free trial, of course. If you want to try the free trial, just try it out. But there's more to do in 14. And there's no goal of getting currency just to pull for characters. I would love to see on your thoughts on that, Cinder. If you do get the free trial, you would have to make a Square Enix account and not get it through Steam, I think. You would have to go through the official website. But those are my thoughts. The free trial has gotten upgraded to level 70. Before it was only up to level 60. And now your max level could be level 70. I mean, you can keep playing the game even after you get all of your characters to level 70. But, you just can't continue the story after you finish Stormblood. And you can't do, you can, like, farm for stuff still and all that, but you can't do much else. You can't do main story quests, you can level your characters and all that. Anyways. My thoughts, conclusion, TLDR of my thoughts on Honkai Star Rail. 2.3, 2.2, and 2.3 were Yapper Fest. 2.2 had more combat, We didn't even have fucking combat in 2.3. There was no combat in 2.3. It was literally a yap fest, a yap fest. I thought 2.2 was bad. I thought that was horrendous. But 2.3 was oh, it made me just want to, it just made me want to just keep pressing button after button and be like, end this. 2.2, we got some combat, okay? It makes me feel grateful we got 2.2 because of how much fucking yapping there was. Like, god fucking damn it. 2.2, 2.3 were mostly like more like a movie. Penacony seemed more like it was a movie thing. I think after 2.2 and 2.3 were the most Yapperfest like ones and needed more combat. I think they ended 2.3 poorly. I think how they did it, I think we didn't need the ship. I don't think we needed that at all. I don't think you needed the bomb things at all. Those were completely fucking useless in the story. The whole ship, the whole bombs, useless. It made sense for us to say our farewells to the Nameless. That made sense because we're also the Nameless. So, you know, saying goodbye to like our forebears, graves made sense because they are our forebears of the Trailblaze thing. The bomb arc was a waste of time. It didn't feel like it. It was a waste of time. And then, I guess everything after us saying goodbye made sense. Story-wise. Like, it made sense on why they added it. I don't think I can come up with... I think they literally just needed filler. They're like, we want this, this, and this, which was everything after us, was everything of us saying goodbye to the previous Nameless. Everything after that, and they're like, how do we make this patch longer? Because we can't just have like 20 minutes of content. We can't, they knew that. So, literally the ship and everything else was just filler. So, I think that was the plan. Because that makes the most logical, because the ship, the bomb, those arcs didn't make sense. It didn't make sense on why they would add shareholders and all that to a game rated, what was it, like 13 plus or something? It didn't make sense on why they would add that to a game made for 13-year-olds and older when they don't even know what a fucking shareholder is. They don't know what shares are. They don't know any of that shit. They don't know equity. Why the fuck would... I barely know what equity is. I really don't understand what shares are. You expect a 13-year-old to know that? It was purely filler. It was probably very unplanned and rushed. And they're like, we need to do something. We need to make something that makes semi-sense. So they just threw it in. I don't know how else I can explain it. I might just record, like not record, like edit this so I could post it online about my feelings on 2.3. What the fuck you mean the Fey world? What? No, we're not talking about that right now. That sounds like big brain. That sounds like brain power I don't have to understand what the fuck you're saying. I just think in Wish they planned more out for the epilogue. Or we didn't need an epilogue. You could have just ended it at 2.2 and put the epilogue. I mean, honestly, I felt like 2.2 was very long. I felt like 2.2 was one of their longer patches. And they could have probably separated it into 2 different patches. They could have added part of 2.2 into 2.3. It would have been a wonderful cliffhanger. They would have gotten bashed at a little bit, but when do they not? Yeah, it was good. 2.2 was a Yap Fest. It was good in story wise, but they prolonged it. They could have separated 2.2. Anyways, I'm not distilling this down to a couple minutes. I'm probably just gonna post edit parts where I just say a lot. Anyways, I will figure out something. Cinder, how many? How many? Only one viewer? Let me see. There we go. You're my only viewer. Spooks left us. But I think I'm gonna end stream. And I'm probably just gonna chill in bed for a bit.